The NFL is on Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 17, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Oh, going for... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They run. Abdullah. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down and goal.
Bailey's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucks up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handled this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a pickup.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the Buccaneers' 13-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 3, Buccaneers nothing.
2nd and 4. Cook on the toss left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
On the carry.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down. Again, Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So that'll back him up 5. Cook following the penalty. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the...
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
47-yard line.
Brady now to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a play fake. Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Final play of the half. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
They will run it. It's Fournette, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
A one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Eric Kendricks in on.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. FORTNITE running out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. FORTNITE, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and...
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down. Sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call play.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
15. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the Vikings first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, Cook. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's the option. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. This is out quickly to the right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game.
makes the score Vikings 22, Buccaneers 18. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Is trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to FORTNITE. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Open man has got one, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, it's Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. To throw is Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Cousins gives way to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. He's at the 30. Uh-oh. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
To Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Come on, baby. It's your ball. Hey, watch it. Sponge. No.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
5 at the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Vikings.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Vikings.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins again. And complete right side to Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
No gain on the play.
Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Down at his own 4-yard line.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this one.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 53 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point
after a fairly uneventful first quarter. That last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Packers nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And some space here. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 10 now from the 10. Cousins to throw it. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he'll get this to Lazard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are back within a score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Packers 7.
Touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Cousins pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Cousins pass.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Minnesota.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Again, it's Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Nashville. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He's 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Running forward, here's Cook. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leads to
2nd down and goal. Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Cook on the toss left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the 30 on second down, Cousins, his throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So here's a former volunteer, Charles, and part of the Colquitt family. This is Britton Colquitt to kick it away now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
54,
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On first down, Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Titans nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the... So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now Cousins. And a pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Back at the 37-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill, he'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Buying time to his left. Pass caught left side by Humphries. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Tannehill on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony. One home, it's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Titans nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone.
Can't be denied, boy.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Yo, chip left, chip left. Yo, chip left, chip left.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Here's Tannehill. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Bailey now for the extra point.
After.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Titans nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook.
Get off the field.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check, check, block 54, block 54. They can't hang with us.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Cousins to throw it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Check, 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 check.
Throwing is Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. There he goes inside the 30.
They are not ready for us.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there out of Cook. 42 yards.
Big stop. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Watch the screen. Pass.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tight right.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Just like that.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
But that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.